Simpsons predictions for 2022 are shocking. The Simpsons, a notoriously hilarious animation, is famous for its almost always accurate predictions. From the red tie that ended up being the president, to traveling and living on Mars, Elon Musk has achieved this. The Simpsons have made very accurate predictions. One can say this cartoon has turned the biblical ancient prophet. Who needs a Nostradamus when we can get accurate predictions, put in a way one can understand with hilarious inflections around them? Sometimes these predictions are scary, most times even, they still serve as heads up for the government if they listened. In today's video, we will be taking a look at some shocking predictions for 2022 by The Simpsons. We would look at the scary ones, the ones that are most likely to come through, and the ones that look like building castles in the sky. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Here are some mind-blowing predictions by The Simpsons for 2022. The Simpsons, a highly rated cartoon drama and a ridiculously hilarious comedy, has earned a niche for itself, not just as one of the funniest cartoons, but also as a prediction hub. The cartoon has made some surprisingly accurate predictions in years past, and as normal, it has made another set of predictions for 2022. Below are some of the shocking predictions by Simpsons for 2022. 7. Mail by hologram. Imagine receiving a Facebook or an Instagram message via hologram technology, or maybe a letter. Those things people wrote in the Stone Age via hologram technology. This is not entirely impossible, seeing that the hologram technology has greatly improved. In the episode titled Bart to the Future, the same episode that predicted the election of Trump, mail is delivered by holograms. This is a subtle prediction slated to come through by next year, and well, with the way the tech industry is growing, we may not only have mails delivered through HD, but time travel is likely to be possible. Hologram technology has advanced greatly in recent years and has been used to bring deceased artists such as Tupac Shakur to life for concerts. So perhaps it's not that crazy to think it could become a feature of Australia Post. The only downside, not being able to convince yourself that invites to weddings and birthday parties got lost in the mail.
Hologram for Bart Simpson.
Hey, Dingus, your band can play at my club tonight.
Yes!
6. The baby translator. Another prediction, this one seems a little not possible, is the baby translator. Imagine your 1-year-old baby translating English to French fluently. Cool, right? But scary cool. Now, this prediction does not mean your child would talk. It means in 2022, a machine would be developed that would help you hear what your infant's goo goo gaga means. Now, this is extremely cool. Honestly, why doesn't this just exist already? What parent would not want a machine that translates their baby's coos and cries into discernible sentences? In the episode Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes? Homer's estranged half-brother Herb Powell returns, having lost his car company and vast fortune after Homer designed a monstrous car for Powell Motors. Herb thinks it's only fair that Homer lends him some cash to get him back on his feet, and uses the money to make the prototype of the baby translator, which goes on to be a huge success, just as it would be in real life. To be fair, there is an app called Cry Translator that, as the name suggests, interprets the cries of a baby to determine if it's hungry, tired, bored, stressed, or in discomfort. This app came out well after The Simpsons episode aired. But a machine that delved into a little one's thoughts, look who's talking style, would surely sell like gangbusters. Let us see if this machine will be invented by 2022.
Maggie! Maggie! Whatever!
Where did you go?
Peekaboo!
Oh, there you are. Very amusing.
5. A female president. This prediction would be the hallmark America's democracy. A female president, possible INFS world countries, but well, like draining all the water in the ocean with a cup in third world countries. When millions of Americans voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to win the 2020 election, they did so with the knowledge that there is a great likelihood that Harris will step into the top job in the next 4 to 8 years. Of course, while we absolutely do not wish any harm on 78-year-old Biden, it is conceivable that he may turn his duties over to his deputy at some point, which would make Harris the first U.S. female president ever. Happily, if Biden serves the full 4 to 8 years, Harris will be eligible to run for the presidency, which could mean that the Simpsons prediction of a female in the White House could finally come true. And it would be totally spectacular, having a female president in one of the leading countries in the world. It would give females in other countries a tangible hope for the presidency in their own countries. This is more like a 2023 thing though, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Anything can happen.
Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president. Reading, writing, and refilling the ocean. Thank you very much.
4. World peace. You would agree with us that this is one of the pressing things we need in this world. Especially after the chaos of 2020, the war in every part of every continent, and the growing rate of terrorism and hunger. Perhaps the most pressing predictions that we would love to see come true from the Simpsons' prediction of world peace is surely at the top of everyone's wish list, especially after the pandemic and deaths of 2020. In the Springfield Files, the brilliant crossover episode with the X-Files, Agents Mulder and Scully arrive in town to investigate a mysterious, glowing being that appears each Friday night, proffering love and peace to the residents of Springfield. It turns out to just be Mr. Burns, goofed up to his eyeballs after his weekly life extension treatments at the Mayo Clinic and glowing from a lifetime of radiation exposure at the power plant. But he still manages to unite the world in a heartwarming display of togetherness, acceptance, and song. This naturally very interesting episode predicts a unity of the world order. While we would want to have a baby translator, this is a prediction we really will come through in 2022. We hope. 3. Colonization of Mars. With the evolution of science, we know that certain predictions of The Simpsons would most definitely come through. Earth, prior to the growth of science, was seen as the only planet suitable for human habitation. Marge is not thrilled when Lisa volunteers for a future one-way trip to Mars, so she volunteers to go with her. In fact, hoping to dissuade Lisa, the whole family signs up. The idea behind Exploration Incorporated's expedition is to colonize the Red Planet before 2026, a date that moves up to, like, the end of the week. The takeoff fails, but Lisa and Marge make it to Mars in 2051, only for Lisa to announce she wants to move to Venus. While Elon Musk's SpaceX is currently developing Mars-bound cargo flights for as early as 2022, fully colonizing Mars would require an out-of-this-world budget. The Mars-bound cargo is a step in the direction of the predictions. Simpsons have a knack of staging events that end up getting to reality.
Marge and Lisa, congratulations. You've both passed with flying colors and will be named finalists in our astronaut search.
2. Virtual reality food. This would be one of the most ridiculous predictions ever. Like, who would want to wait for mac and cheese virtually? Would you want your yummy cheese pizza in some virtual world? No. The Simpsons made it back to the future, this time to 2030. Here Homer and Marge chowed down on virtual fudge via VR glasses and feeding tubes. Although you'd think the whole virtual, no calories thing would have trimmed down the junk food junkie patriarch, it didn't. Homer still chowed down a bunch of donuts. Meanwhile, in the real world, Royal Caribbean is looking into giving their cruise line guests a VR dining experience. With every bite of food, you are transported to a new setting. And food scientists at Cornell University found that cheese eaten in a pleasant VR setting tasted better. Well, this is just crazy. Brilliant, but crazy. And don't be surprised, your first meal in 2022 would be in a virtual reality setting. Don't laugh.
Bleh! This virtual fudge tastes like crap.
Not half as good as cyber fudge.
And there you have it. Some of the predictions of The Simpsons for 2022. Tell us what you think about these predictions and which you would want to come through the comment section. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, as more exciting videos are on the way.